So a friend told me, she says, why don't you, I'm going to put this thing together called Netless. And everybody shows up with either a poetry or a poem or a monologue or a song, something they've never done before. And so it's called Netless. I thought, okay, so I wrote a monologue. I did write a monologue. And I performed it in front of everyone, and I made this announcement, I'm looking for a writer. If anybody knows, because I want to develop this monologue into a one-woman show. So Peter was the only one. So we started working together, and that was like in 91. So we started working together, we developed it, and in 93, I did it as just a workshop production, and all I did was just tell the story. I wasn't playing parts. I just told the story, and just did 3 performances, took notes. You know, the purpose of it was to develop it so I could do it in a legit theater. And then in 95, we did it, and I produced it. Peter wrote it, and I played 14 parts, I think. So anyway, these little things, and so we did it, and we did it at Theater Geo. I don't think it's there anymore. But did it there, and we did a respectable run, got some acknowledgement from it, and that was kind of it. I still did not envision myself developing this as a film. We started, it was a couple years later, it's like, maybe it should be a film. So we must have written a dozen scripts in the course of 20 years. I never gave up on my story. It was such a personal adventure. And people were genuine. You have to do this as a movie. You have to do it. So 20 years goes by, 20 whole years, because it was about 2.5 years ago. And I said, we're ready, let's do this thing. And somehow, at that time, everything, all the stars were aligned or something. I said, Peter, let's do this thing, I'm ready. And within a week, we wrote a brand new script, and we did it in 1 week. And that was pretty much what we operated on, was that. And I pulled in a director, but he, man, oh man, he knew, he immersed himself in Fellini way more than I did. You will see when you see the movie that it dips in and out of, he did like 20 films, and you see little bits and pieces of Satyricon, of La Dolce Vita, of Amarcord, of 8½, of Nights of Cabiria. You see all these little bit. You don't have to know who Fellini is in order to enjoy this film either. Anybody can watch the film because it's a mother-daughter relationship, and it's also a young woman in discovery of herself who falls in love. And so it's got a number of publics or interests in this film.